It's a new year and it is a perfect time to get your home and your life in order. Organizing can be overwhelming, but we do have some tips from a local pro to help you get started. Samantha Knapp is an interior decorator with Tiger Lilies of Greenwich. Glad to have you here.
Well, thanks for having us. Certainly.
So you work with your mom. She started the business 18 years ago in Greenwich?
18 years ago in Greenwich. She actually had an upholsterer who knocked on her door. She started in garments. She was a clothing designer. An upholsterer came to her door, knocked on the door and said, "I do this." And one thing led to another, and she was sort of inspired by colors. And it just goes to show that anyone can sort of get an idea, love colors, and kind of go with it.
And now you two work together.
We do. We work together. Not only my mom and myself, but my dad's there too. So it's like a family feud some days, or it's really kind of family friendly. It just kind of depends on the day.
Well, we're glad to have you here. And of course, you know, January means starting fresh. People are looking to get organized. And you told me earlier, sometimes your home office, you know, you've got to feel comfortable in it, right?
You certainly do. You know, the thing about your home office is so many people, you know, spend so much time in the home office. And it's one thing to be organized in sort of your paperwork and kind of going through that on your own, but it's a whole other thing to have the room feel like it's complete. And that's why one of the things that, you know, we try and bring to the table is having a comfortable place to sit. And one of, you know, any one of your chairs or any place that you can sort of retreat, get away from your desk, sit back and say, okay, like let me either take a 10-minute break here or let me be in a relaxing atmosphere and do my best thinking.
Yeah, so and everybody has that one comfortable chair, right?
They do, yeah. And you know, one of the things about that is if you're spending a lot of time there, you know, make it feel welcoming, make it feel like a place you want to be, a place you want to sit.
Yeah, some refuge. And say you wear out that old chair, you can always redo it. Tell me about this chair.
I know you look so comfy and fabulous in that chair.
Thank you. I feel quite comfy actually.
It is. It's like a vintage Ames chair, which you know many people saw. And actually, if you're kind of into the Gossip Girl scene, they have a revised chair just like this. But what we did here is we put a flame stitch on it. It's kind of a current trendy fabric. It's alive, even though it's in the neutral tone, so people can really sit back, enjoy it, feel comfortable, and kind of a new fabric on it. And those are neutral tones, so they can go anywhere, and there's a little bit of longevity. So if you had the chair for 15 years, if you put something on it again, you can have the chair again for 15 years.
Easy enough. And a matching ottoman.
And the matching ottoman, which is peeked right under here.
This is great. So really
kick your feet up.
You're almost recycling here in a way.
You are. It really is kind of like that, and it's really nice because not only are you able to recycle, but you're able to really bring your personality into it too and have that opportunity.
You've got this neutral chair right here, but it seems like you can turn it into 3 different chairs with different throw pillows, right?
Yeah, when we're talking about something that is neutral and we're talking about the ability to keep something a long time, one of the things I like, if you can keep it, if you are clean, let's say, but you know, most people can manage this, a white backdrop. So this is a white comfy chair. It's got a cushion on it. It's down in feather. And what you can do sort of on this chair is add a pop. So right here we have a brown and white. This is kind of a fun bolster. And then pop the one you have in your hand.
Love that with the stitching.
Yeah, again, that's a flame stitch. It's a very modern kind of current look to go with. And this is very easy because if you tire of it, let's say you're like, I'm done. I cannot handle another stripe. You can sort of change it out again. And here's what we call an iCat. Exactly. So you can do the seasons if you want to. And then, you know, one other kind of idea, you can really have fun with this. I also brought out a peace pillow.
Love it.
So, you know.
That's fun.
Just when you think your day is so hectic at work, you're about to, you know, lose control, sit down, your peace pillow, zen out for a minute, and you know, that kind of has a really nice opportunity to change and kind of go in different directions depending on your mood.
So thinking about peaceful, a lot of times I'm sure you go into people's homes and they're cluttered with stuff. Do you find that when you're decorating somebody's house or a room, it's better to kind of start with a clean slate?
I do. You know, what I always say to people is, as you know, we saw so many of these chairs, love the things that you have around you. So if you can go in there and you can sort of edit a little bit and say to yourself, well, I don't necessarily need all of this stuff. Focus on 1 or 2 things that you really want in the space and then go from there. So I don't always like to wipe you out, because I imagine, you know, obviously you came to this place, you picked these things for a reason, and you should have the things that you really love around you and kind of work around them. But always there's an opportunity to sort of take one off, just like when you get dressed in the morning, and if you're one of those people that loves to like drape on the jewelry.
Accessory, yes.
I always say to myself, okay, I'm going to take one thing off, and then that sort of makes it work. And that's the same in maybe a room. You can have quite a few patterns and then maybe take one out, and it kind of soothes things down a little bit.
Thank you so much, Samantha. Tips from a
Thanks
pro.
for having me.
Very helpful. And check out Tiger Lilies of Greenwich for sure. And that is all the time we have for this weekend's edition of the Education Notebook. Getting comfy in this chair, might have to keep it. If you'd like to talk to us about a story idea or you have questions or comments, call our newsroom 203-849-1321 or shoot me an email, aswilson@news12.com. For the News 12 Connecticut Education Notebook, I'm Amelie Wilson.